as queen of the gods and Zeus's wife. She comes to Earth looking for Zeus and or his girlfriends.
I am Hera, queen of all. Beside me, all the other goddesses fall. Don't anger me or you'll feel my wrath. Next to me, even Aphrodite looks like trash. Everyone loves me except Zeus.
For the Wilson School project, Network invited composer Tom Whitman, poet Nathalie Anderson, musicians from the Network Ensemble, and the singers from the Mendelssohn Club Chorale to visit a music class in Northeast Philadelphia taught by David Shapiro.
One question you might want to think about is whether pizzicato is a good idea for both the bass and the violin.
But I want your opinion about this, whether it works.
Do your best, man.
The guitar's fine. I was just saying that we should have some more too for the violin because the violin was kind of like quiet at times and sometimes it was like not there.
This is exactly how I imagined it. I think it's perfect.
Okay. Well, with the violin, should that be the part that he was talking about with pizzicato? Should that be both, or keep it pizzicato?
I like the pizzicato.
The goal of this project was to get the students to create original poetry with the help of Nat Anderson, and then to compose music in response to the poetry. The project lasted 10 weeks, and the students were regularly visited by all of the artists involved. By asking them to create the poetry first, we allowed them to access the emotion in the poetry, which they could then transfer to the music. And I think it was less intimidating and easier for them to compose the music that way. And by the end of the 10 weeks, they had some wonderful music composed, which was then performed on an assembly.
She dared to stand in my way, talking nonsense. I step right, she steps right. I step left, she steps left. I back up, and so did she. Like a filthy mutt wagging her tail, she stood in my way, and now she has to pay for the consequences.
She steps right, I step left.
I think it's very important that Network work with young students. It's so important for young children to develop a personal relationship to music, whether they sing or they compose or they actually learn to perform an instrument. Because as they grow up, they can remain engaged with music this way, and they grow into being an adult that really ardently supports the arts and hopefully still participates in the arts.
Pain. It's what you will suffer, it's what you will gain. I will curse you, making you fall in love with yourself.
It's what you will suffer.
I think for a lot of these students, this was the first time that they had actually met a professional musician in person, and they were really awed by the level of performance of these artists, and they were also very interested in their lives and how they could actually study and work towards being a professional artist and make it their livelihood. When we spoke with the students afterwards about what they left with this project, most of them said that they would, for instance, download all of the music that they composed onto their iPods, which was, I think, really an interesting thing to learn. Most of them also wanted to go ahead and learn more about composing and either continue with the instrument that they were learning or begin learning an instrument.